mean, calling, ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. I seen a new Bay alert. Gonna be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. Now it's Wilson. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Back down, Philly. Here we go.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Let's finish now. It's coming now.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now here comes Kansas City. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy, crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. A give to Howard. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And credit the tackle to Taco. Taco Charlton with a stop. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hot.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Fielded at the 33. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now here come the Cowboys. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. On 3rd down, it's Grant. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go with Howard to begin the drive. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Gone! Let's go!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Now it's Wilson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
It's coming now. Swing to the field, right. To the right. Sweat to the right.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep in the direction of Coop. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
47.
Second down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd and 5.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Prescott from the gun. Push it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's go. Brad 38.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Butker now to kick this one away. Now it's Wilson. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
56.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Here we go, 46.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing, Prescott. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Prescott to throw it. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. 47, 47. 26, 26.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back in.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Taco Charlton in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Gone, 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 gone.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up into half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
On first down, they run with Howard. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll drop to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any...
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Cohen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
So that'll back him up 5. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hey, 47. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to go down again. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go. All right, hey. Here we go, 47. 26.
Here's Prescott. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And now here comes Kansas City. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first, they go right back to Howard. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Back to throw here. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down.
Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
They pitch out to Howard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now it's Wilson. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Prescott now. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Right back to him on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit, Detroit. All right, now look at this.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Pass.
He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This fielded at the 2. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now In this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, it's Howard. Powering his way forward. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won, and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You've mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants, so the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.